Hello everybody. Here is part 2 of the Popeye crab video. This one should be a little bit better because I was playing with the lighting. The lighting on the first one was horrible. I apologize for that again. This starts out with a clip from the beginning and a clip from the end of the first video. Then we roll on into this second half. So I hope you enjoyed it because I sure like this second half a whole lot better. Hope you do too. Okay, I've got the heaters going in the garage because it was quite cold out here today. I think I've got it up to 40 degrees. It'll be nice 60 here pretty quick. Here's my next project. It is a very large crab concretion. And to show you, this one is from New Zealand. They get rather large in New Zealand. This one is from Washington that I did not too long ago. You can see the difference in size very easily. I don't know what that is. Piece of crab, that's for sure. What is it? A little teeny tiny weeny piece. Whether there's more there or not, I don't know. I'll figure it out later when I remove more rock. But I'm not going to worry about it right now. Oh, and look at this leg I found. Well, I didn't find it, but there's more there than I thought. So that came out a little nice. Anyways, I've got more rock to remove. It's starting to get there though. Okay, good morning everybody. I've got the rock pretty close to where I want it, except for this area here. I left that rock there just to help hold that in place so I don't knock it off or something. I've done some pretty stupid things in the past, at least when it comes to fossils. I'm going to use this ME9100 from Paleo Tools. Gorgeous little tool, works wonderful. And get all these little small tiny areas that this grinder thing, this is called the aluminum oxide grinding wheel, a little hard for these little areas. So I do that with this. Then I'm going to take the tip of this on these larger areas and just do around the legs and then grind up to where I did that, and hopefully, I've never done that before, this is a new try for me. So we'll see what happens. Let's get to work. So I'm going to try to get all this area right here done today. I might be able to get done more, it's hard to say. This is slow going stuff, but all I do basically take the edge of this stylus, carefully wear that down. All the way up here, all this stuff. Fair bit to do. Whew, that's some tedious, time-consuming stuff. But you can see how much nicer that looks. And even then, even though I won't be able to reach it with my this thing, it's just way too big. I'll take some fine wet dry sandpaper and just hit that real softly so these tool marks which this is leaving will match closer to what this will leave. That's how I do it anyways. Jesus. I just spent the last, I don't know, at least 20 minutes just shaping this area right here. I just did not like it at all, so I just roughed it out with just by going back and forth with the air scribe. here and there and everywhere until I liked it. I'm starting to like it now. Expose a little bit more of this this joint here, which looks pretty cool. But boy, I didn't like that at all. So I know it's time consuming, but it's gonna look nice when it's done. All right, it's amazing the stuff you find when you start fine-tuning everything. But I did not like this area, so I'm taking off this rock. I'll take off more, and then I'll rough it out to get rid of all these marks, and then see if I like it. But that'll at least bring this down on the carapace a bit more, so that's good. Oh, look what else I did. Just did this. I get so tired of stuff falling off the back of this, I screwed this board on the back of it. This is the block of wood to raise the fossil RB2000, which I should have done this, put this on years ago, but now it's the raise the fossil on top of the wood block RB2000 Deluxe model. Get a load of that. Couldn't fall off if I wanted to. It wouldn't fall off if I wanted it to. Anyways, back to work. What's clowning around for God's sake? Got work to do. Back to work. Whew, Jesus. Well, that looks, for roughing out, that looks pretty good. I'm starting to like this now. Geez, this is going to be the best B-grade crap I've ever done. So, back to work! Oh, Jesus, job. Mamma mia. But look at how much nicer that looks. And I exposed this piece that just caved in that way. So that's looking pretty good. But man, this is taking 3 times longer than I thought. But that's the way it is. That's Mother Nature for you. Tricky spots. All this tricky stuff. Hard stuff. Okay. I'm going to get my you-know-what back to work. I've been taking all this rock off right here, which looks a lot better now, but I can see now that I'm going to have to take a little bit more off here underneath this claw to expose that, to take this back to expose, hopefully, I don't think I can find those tips, but at least I can get closer. And then when I get this all figured out, then I can figure out, I'll have this depth and this depth, and I can take off a little bit more right here. Yeah, that's the ticket. Slowly but surely, just keep taking off rock until you're happy. Okay, so I cleaned up this area, roughing it out though, getting it deeper. That's looking pretty cool underneath there. But you can see here, this step here, so I can take this down a good 1/8 of an inch, 3/16 of an inch, all the way over to here, which drops down again. I can probably drag that out over to here, another 3/16 of an inch. So all this rock is going to come off. Every dang bit of it. Darn tootin'. Oh, Jesus. And there it is. I forgot what time I came out here this morning, so I don't know if that's almost 4 hours or almost 5 hours. But either way, that's a lot of time for a little bit of work. But that's some time-consuming stuff. So another prep session and another prep session. Then I'm ready for, definitely be ready for the absolute rock smoothing extraordinaire. Yeah. Anyways, my arm is killing me. I'm calling it quits. Later days. And I was just taking rock down very, very slowly. There was just a great big hill, elongated hill here. It went down that direction to the claw and down that direction to the face, so I got rid of that. At least most of it anyways. When I go back and smooth that out, it'll be totally gone. So, there you go. Some tedious work, but that's how I basically smooth it out, is with the edge, the side of this sharpened stylus, the tip, whatever you want to call it, and at all different kinds of angles. I'll even turn this around and maybe even hit it this way and that way, whatever it takes. And it does leave tracks, but with a slight little sand job, with little tiny pieces of sandpaper, I'll get rid of almost everything. It's just time consuming, but man, does it help make a fossil look really good. Okay, slowly cruise along, mind my own business, and right here is a weak spot in the rock, and that just came right off. And I don't want to take all this down deeper. That's just so much freaking work. Plus I don't want it any more deeper than this, because that's starting to curve in underneath the that claw, that propotus. So I got some rock chips right off my bench here. And give that a wiggle diggle. I'm going to take a very small, well, not small enough, but that's probably too much. A little bit of this rock dust. Take some thin set cyanoacrylate, nothing but super glue, thin viscosity. Whoa, easy there, Ronald. Put that on there, and now that it looks like an absolute freaking mess, looks like I absolutely destroyed everything. Fact of the matter is I didn't, and that's going to have to cure for at least a good 24 hours. So I'm going to leave that spot alone, and I won't tack that till tomorrow, the next day. So sorry for that, but with the miracle of editing, it would only take you a couple of minutes. For me, it takes a day or two. Alright, being that that's got to cure for a while, I'm going to work around these claws, smoothing them out, so that when I take my grinder, I'll just grind to the smooth spot, like right over here. It's not quite done, but that's the idea anyways. constantly changing the angle to fit the rock. The angle of the face of that stylized. And that's all you do, except you have to go around the whole bloody crab. You need to find two-legged crabs, I guess. Okay, that took a long time, but I exposed more of this leg. I got a little bit more of this joint. And now I'm going to expose the rest of this leg, which is still under this rock right here. Okay, there's the brunch bit, but now I got to shape this right here to expose a little bit more of that so it looks like it's really going underneath that leg, even though we know it is. Took off a little bit too big of a chunk there. We'll glue to stop that. And look at that. Got this leg exposed all the way to there. That's pretty cool. Now that I know with the elevation of the bottom of this leg, or behind the leg, then I can do all this right here. And I'll jump onto this. And by golly, it's getting there. Just to show you, as I was working way over in that direction and looking in this direction, I saw that I could do a little bit more work over here and expose that leg. So I started to smooth it out, re-smooth it out I should say, and I still got to go from here to there. But I thought I'd show you. Many times I'll redo stuff just because of you see things and you see something different, but all because of this time, all because of a different angle. Anyways, I'm not gonna do that in front of your eyeball because the camera's in the wrong spot. It's in my way. So I'll get back to you as soon as I can. All right, back to this spot. I was actually roughing out all this. It was I spent 20 minutes on this trying to get this rock shaped just right in between these two legs. Then I spotted that way over there, so I went over and fixed that. Uh-oh. And I still see something wrong over there. Jesus. I swear I gotta quit looking at stuff. So I'm gonna start smoothing this out and then attack this spot and then probably call it quits. I'm running out of poop here. Just minding my own business, trying to smooth this out from this leg to this leg, and this great big freaking monstrous chip of rock, boom, just came right off. I couldn't, here, let me see if you can see that. I think you can. Right there. So a little bit of glue, probably going to be too much, but yeah, too much glue, the way it goes. Okay, so now I've got two spots I've got to It's not the best, but okay, I'm calling it quits. See you tomorrow. Okay, it's been about, I think, 4 days. I have to admit I got a little lazy. And I did some other stuff. Getting some more projects ready to go. Not that I need any more, but anyways, I'm going to clean up this area, finish this up, and then I'm going to go way over here and attack that little oh yeah, clean that up. So all I do here is I use the side of the styli, the tip, and clean it up. Thicker and gooier here. The glue's hard to work with, but it should come out okay. I've had to do this more than once. I've had to redo it a couple times. Ah, crap. See, it didn't stay in. So that didn't work too good. This rock is too soft, which is why that came out so easily. So I'm just going to go deeper. I don't want to, but I'm going to. It's a heck of a lot easier. If I should have done that to begin with. Okay, I sauced up these claws up here a bit just to help hold them together. I even got some on the rock. I don't care. I'll fix that later. Besides, it's nice to have glue all the way down to the rock just to hold this rock, this crab together, because it is so soft. Jesus, I've never had a crab like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go between these two hand pieces. They do pretty much the same thing, but this one's a little bit finer, can do a little bit finer work. At least I think so. Got my keys to change things, and what I'm starting with is the aluminum oxide grinding wheels. This is one that's just been used for who knows what, lots and lots of stuff. So that's the shape it gets, and it can get into smaller stuff, smaller areas than that one, obviously. And then I've got all these bits that I've had for, oh God, years and years and years. I just started using them just a few years ago, really. And I find that these three right here, oh Jesus, Ronald, are the ones I like to use the most. This one just has a little barrel at the end. This is just a cone with, and they all have grit on them, and that's a cone with a flat top. They're all good for certain uses. So I'll be going back and forth from those and this ME9100. It's probably going to take 3-4 hours to clean this up, but sooner I get started, the sooner this gets sauced up and ready for the B-grade collection. Yeah, that's the ticket. So I'm starting with this one. This one grinds, even though you can switch these grinding wheels, for whatever reason this one grinds much nicer for the brunt work. Anyways, oh, shoot. And don't forget your dust mask. This is a dusty, disgusting job. So you can see all the tool marks there. I got a long ways to go, but as soon as you start smoothing, all the little imperfections start to show, which is why it takes so long, because to get one little imperfection, you don't just want to just hit it, because that'll leave a divot. So you got to do the whole area, take the whole rock down to get one little divot out. So it is time consuming stuff, but I like it. It's fun, just playing with rocks. So I'll show you this when I get a little farther along. You don't, let me get this out of the way. You don't realize how deep these scratches are from the air scribe until you start smoothing out. And this is a challenge. You got to be really careful not to hit the crab itself. And of course, like I think I already said it, the more, the better you make this look, the worse the little tiny imperfections stick out. So you just keep going and keep going and keep going. Hi, babe. Okay. Whew, Jesus. You can see that that gets the brunt of it, but it doesn't get next to the critter. And I hit it over here somewhere trying to get down like this. I don't know how bad I hit it. I don't think I hit it bad. I can't even see it, so that's good. Okay, I'm going to rough out this other areas here. And then I'm going to go to a smaller tool, get a little closer to everything in places I can't get, and then the finer stuff. And then of course back and forth. It's always a back and forth thing. Anyways, now for the rear end of this baby. Okay, I got pretty good there. Didn't take too long, it's a small area. This is going to take some time, but sooner I get started. Wish me luck. Oh, and I hit something over here, just barely. Starting to realize if I hit this crab, no one's going to notice. It's so beat up already. Jesus. Anyways, back to work. Come on. Where's my gas pedal? There it is. That's a tough spot, that one. This takes time and patience. Steady hand helps. Damn it. Jesus, that's a tough spot. tough spot. It's gonna take some work. Man, this one scratch is from the air scribe. It's deeper than all the rest of them that are around it, and I'm just fighting the absolute cow poop out of it. And I still have a ways to go. I mean, it'd be so easy just to get rid of it, but then you'd have that divot, and that's just not good. Jeez, finally! That was a tough one. Okay, now then. Long ways to go. There's some super deep ones. Oh, the fun. Oh, you bet. I've ran into some absolute Grand Canyons here. Taking me forever to get rid of it. I'm having to take this wheel all the way back to here and come back, all the way back to here and come back, all the way back to here and back there. I've got a long ways to go. That is a freaking deep one. Wasn't expecting that, but it happens. Stuff you run into. Oh, it's killed my arm. Oh, so close though. So freaking close. I think that little bit's going to be a job. Okay, I'll be back. Damn. That's the hard stuff. Sorry about that. The wife was walking into the garage and the compressor went off all at the same time, and surprised the cat from Halloween wasn't meowing, screaming. Oh well, anyways, now, Jesus, I'm going to change to this one and get a little bit more, and then get all these the hard areas. This stuff was the easy stuff, as hard as that was, and I still got to go over it a little bit, but I'll even go over some of this when think I'm done or close to done with some fine wet dry sandpaper, just to clean up even a little bit more. Okay, I started out with this one. I then went to this one Now I'm going to this one, and if you can see that or not, but right in there how rough that is. This should be able to get in there and do a halfway decent job of cleaning that up, I hope. And I've got this little tiny wheel to clean up the tip of that. It does get kind of clogged with stuff. Look, better already. Certainly not perfect, but it certainly is better. So, just a whole bunch of tedious, slow work around everything. Around absolutely everything. So, back to work. Okay, I went around with this bit, but to get close you got to use that point. When you start using the point, it basically doesn't remove anything. So now I'm going to use this, which doesn't have a point. And you can see where I can only get so close to the leg there with the other stuff. So now I'm going to do a little bit of magic with this thing. Oops. If I can find the gas pedal. Then a little blast of air. You can see how the tool marks for this is different than this, but I'm going to go back with this and get what I can. But that's still not good enough. Boy, once the sandpaper is done and the other thing is done, that's going to look pretty good. Pretty happy with that. Anyways, now I got to go all around crab again with this guy. And when you're going around time and time again with different tools, you see different stuff. And I want to clean this up just a little bit. Just like that. Alright, back to work with this baby. It's always something. Just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Just keep looking at it, keep doing it, keep attacking. And pretty soon you get so sick and tired of it, you'll just say, I quit. Maybe. Alright, wasn't paying attention. I was hitting this area, and this little back end made this beautiful little mark. I was horrified. So, back to this one. I tried to tell you it was back and forth. So, I got a piece of 220 wet dry sandpaper. I'm actually going to cut that in half because that's big. This is actually folded into thirds. helps hold it together while you're sanding. And now I'm going to hit areas like, I'll just show you this one right there. You can see how the tool marks from this are different from the tool marks that this puts on, which is that right there. So a little bit of sandpaper. Let's see if I can do this without messing up the crab. Oh geez, took a piece of crab off. Man, this is one soft crab. And then a little bit of and I've got tons of glue on this crab and it still comes apart. So when that's dry, let's see if I can speed dry that for you. It's not dry, but you can see how much better that looks. I still got a little bit more to do, but I'll do that around the entire crab and lose more crab. Oh, Jesus, what a joke. Alright, back to work. That was pretty scary. I did lose a little bit of crab material, just a little bit, but I actually expected that. So I'm going to let this dry, sauce it up. I could definitely do more work on the rock smoothing, and if the crab was in better preservation condition, I would, but it's I'm going to match the rock with the crab. So the rock is full of crap, the crab is full of crap. It looks pretty cool though. Alright, back to work. Okay, not happy with it, but it's the way it goes. I'm not usually happy with any of my fossils. But I got my sauce ready. It's going to take a heck of a lot of glue. I've got 3 different sizes of brushes. That should do it. And how much glue this is going to take, I don't know, but it's not the average crab. It's going to soak it up like a sponge, even though I've hit many places with glue. So, I'm going to start. See how long it takes. Probably going to take quite a while. So all I do is just sauce it up. That's not taking a lot of glue, that's already been glued. But you can see how much nicer that looks with a coat of glue on it. With just a Gliptol. You can use Butvar or Paraloid 72, whatever it's called. I don't know. It's all, those are plastics. This is actually a lacquer. That's what I've been using. I like it. 33 years now, still using it. No problems yet. Okay, there's one leg sauced up and sauced and sauced and sauced until certain areas or whatever would not take any more glue. Or what I call fossil sauce. But to get down to the edge of the rock, here, let me zoom in so you can see this. Hopefully see this. I don't know if you can see that right there, but there's glue went off the leg and onto the rock. So this tool, which cost me nothing, it was just a used chainsaw file I got from the chainsaw store. I just sharpened up one end. Keep it sharp obviously, but all you got to do, let me get down here so I can see what I'm doing. Oh man, that rock, even the rock is like a sponge. On harder rock, this glue cleans up like nobody's business. But that's better than it was. So, now I'm on to the next leg. Which, take my brush, let me see if I can, here, let me back this up. God, I'm so bad at that. Jesus Christ, many sakes alive. All I do is put a little bit of glue on a brush. Alright, I got to put that at an angle so I can get clear down to the rock. And then add the glue. Obviously I've glued this before because it's not soaking in. There's one side. I turn it over and then hopefully, which you can't, so rearrange the camera. Let me zoom in a little bit so you can see what the heck I'm doing. What leg am I on? Right there. So back to the brush and the glue. Don't know if you can see that or not, but there's areas that are just absolutely sucking up the glue, even though all this stuff has been glued already. Wow. And my big fat head's probably in the way, but you can see how much nicer that looks when, as beat up as it is, it's been glued. Oh man. And rocks are heavy. And then of course, one of the rare times I'm not worried about pulling the glue up, meaning leaving it in a pool. So, there's two legs done. Let me see if I can, there you go. Two legs done. Looks so much nicer. Alright, now I'm just going to get down to work and just start saucing the crap out of this, and I'll show you when I'm done. I've been doing this for 33 years. Well, crabs for probably 32 or 31 years. I can't remember when I started doing the crabs or finding them and prepping them. But this is the first time by far I've used this much glue. This area right here, which is extremely punky, very rotted, I hit at least 7 or 8 times. That's how much glue it soaked up. So if I ever sell this, I'm going to sell it as glue that just happens to be holding a crab together. And there it is, one large crab. I figured I could glue that up in half an hour, 30 minutes, which I thought was a long time, and it took me an hour and 15 minutes. What a joke. This is the best B-grade piece of crap crab I have ever done. That was a lot of hours. I think over 40. I'll figure it out when I get back into the house. But it's got a nice little face, even though it's very deep. It's got two big, beautiful claws. It's got all 8 legs. Carapace, maybe crushed in a little bit, but it's all there. The rear end could have been better, but the way it goes. But still, who wouldn't want that? Except for me. Yeah, I might keep it. I have a habit of putting stuff on my desk and then falling in love with it and putting it in my collection later. Okay, that's it. This is another rock out of the freaking garage.